it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for December 2024. So December is a pretty big month, seeing as it kind of bridges the gap from the old world that definitely crumbled under the influence of Scorpio season and the new world, which we haven't built or created or stepped foot in, that is very much represented by our long-term goals, visions, and dreams that start to materialize in Capricorn season. So that leaves us with Sagittarius season, and this is a time for us to feel refreshed and renewed. This is a time for us to experiment and explore. This is a time for us to really visualize what it is that we want to do, what it is that we want to pursue, what it is that we want to achieve. Now, according to the modern day calendar, December would be the 12th month. And if that were true, we'd be working with the vibration of 3, which has everything to do with the mental plane, restructuring, reframing, redesigning our thoughts, our ideas, our inner dialogues, our inner narratives, which of course is going to be a hard thing to do, seeing as, of course, Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, currently retrograde. That 3 energy could be combined with the 9 energy that we know Sagittarius season embodies, and that 9 energy is an ending and a closure, preparing us for a new quest, a new adventure, where there is new options and opportunities now kind of appearing off in the horizon. We're moving into a new learning chapter where we get to bring the wisdom, the knowledge of tough love, life lessons that we've already previously learned into this present moment, and where we can start building on that particular wisdom and knowledge, kind of creating a new path, a new direction for us to be walking, for us to be exploring, for us to be pursuing. So whichever way you look at it, we are dealing with perspective changes on a micro scale, Mercury, number 3, headspace, and the macro scale, Sagittarius energy, expansion, horizons, and possibilities. Either way, we're wasting no time coming into December. And side note, I did put out a zodiac forecast for all of the signs. It is a little bit of a mini reading, and I definitely encourage you to download the December energy guide. They're specifically designed, written for each of the zodiac signs, for the sun and the rising signs, to better help you understand where all of these energy shifts are impacting and influencing a particular area of life. The year of 2024, the year of 8, where we are being tested, where we're being put through exams in order to see whether or not we can walk the walk and talk the talk, and whether or not we actually deserve to have our creator abilities be triggered and activated within us. It's coming to an end, guys. December is the last leg of the race, so to speak, and we are wasting no time by being triggered and activated, by being tested in ways to display whether or not we are in control of our energy or whether our energy is in control of us. I create the resources that I do in order for you to empower yourself to be the sole operator of this mind, body, and soul machine that we are all in operation of. So those guides are going to be hella important in order for you to stay aligned and to stay ahead of the game. So, of course, coming into the month, like I mentioned, we're wasting no time. We have the first of what is going to be 2 new moons taking place in the month of December. Very, very interesting. This first new moon is taking place in Sagittarius energy. And of course, there's a little bit of optimism here. There's a lot of confidence in our abilities to do what needs to be done. We are thinking about our future. We're thinking about the new ideas that we want to kind of pursue and research and explore. We're thinking about the new path, the new direction in which we want to walk. This is the time for us to get the target right. So again, Sag energy, represented by the centaur, has that bow and arrow kind of cocked back, ready to go, but no real target, no real goal. This is going to be a beautiful energy for us to receive some higher realm information, some higher intelligence downloads, in order for us to be triggered and activated with passion and desire on what we actually want to pursue. Now, just when we're feeling good, just when we're flying high, just when there is this new passion, new fire kind of pushing us forward, we're going to be kind of turned down in a couple of different ways. Reason being, Mercury's already retrograde, so there is this reflection energy, there is this looking back instead of building forward energy. But on the 6th, we have Mars going retrograde. It's never fun when Mars goes retrograde. We're slow. We are low on F's to give, low on physical energy, low on motivation, low on passion, high on restlessness, high on frustration, which of course never feels good. And in Leo energy, the heart and soul of the zodiac, this is going to give us a time to reflect on whether or not the path in which we're walking is actually in alignment with our higher selves, whether or not we're actually kind of moving on a path that is leading us to new passions or desires, or whether this is being egoically led. Meaning, are the goals in which we are setting for ourselves just helping to feed our ego, or is it actually stemming from our heart space, our higher self? We're going to have a lot of time to reflect on that, especially as this Mars retrograde transit will be taking us into the new year. Now, on the 7th, we have back-to-back events taking place. Another reason why I'm going to ask you to download that energy guide. We have to be very, very careful, very specific. We have to give the time, the energy, the attention needed and deserving of all of these events. Starting off with Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money. She's moving to Aquarius energy. She wants to be free. She wants to be independent. She needs some time, energy, and space away from her serious, most connected connections in order for her to figure out what she needs to be doing for herself. We have Ceres, the asteroid, also moving into that Aquarius energy, which is going to help us reframe, again, what we need to be doing for ourselves versus what it is that we need to be doing for our relationships, for our partnerships, for the other people in the world around us. And of course, with that energy kind of fluctuating, we also have Neptune finally going direct at 24 degrees in Pisces energy. Basically, the universe gives us our rose-colored glasses back. We can put them on. We can start looking at the positives instead of the negatives. We can start dreaming again. We can kind of lose ourselves in imagination land and fantasy land. We get to strengthen our intuition again. We get to receive some intuitive insights that are going to help paint the picture on where it is that we need to go from here. And interestingly enough, on the 8th, we have that first quarter moon popping off in Pisces energy. Action point, decision point on what we want to do, what we want to pursue as far as future goals, visions, and dreams go. Mid-month is going to be popping. On the 15th, we have the full moon in Gemini taking place. On the same day, we have Mercury, who rules over this Gemini energy, going direct in Sagittarius energy. And of course, Gemini energy, Sagittarius energy, they sit across from each other in the zodiac wheel. The full moon is going to bring into a full illumination on old ideas, old conversations, old connections, old plans that we need to let go of. Whether it is due to our own choices that they're not going to work out or external choices that they're not working out, we have to come to some sort of term of acceptance that it's just not happening the way that we thought it was happening, and we need to let it go. We are also going to be standing in a new truth. We're going to have a new truth to speak. Again, Gemini energy not only ruling over the mental plane, but ruling over communication. Mercury ruling over, again, the mental plane and communication in Sagittarius energy, brand new truth, brand new perspective, brand new clarity about where it is that we need to go from here. Going to be a pop in time here in the middle of the month. May I also just mention, a special mention, we have a Friday the 13th popping off in December as well. I probably should have mentioned that before I got into the mid-month explosion of the headspace, of the truth, of the clarity. The reason why that's important is because Fridays are ruled over by Venus. Venus is the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money. 13 is the divine number that has been demonized and hidden away from our wisdom, from our knowledge, by the higher powers, by the level ups. Because this is a true alignment of the heart space where our worth and our values are changing, I think it is a notable mention, especially because it kind of comes before the full moon in Gemini and Mercury going direct. So we're operating from the heart space, but we're using our headspace and our voice and our new truth and our new perspectives to kind of close the door on the past and again, open new doors up towards the future. The 21st is no joke. That's when the sun is moving into Capricorn energy, of course, triggering the solstice. This is another locking in, if you will, of those karmic scales that take place Aries season, Cancer season, Libra season, and Capricorn season, as they are the cardinal energies. The solstice energy is definitely going to put things in perspective. We are going to see again where the old world is falling and the new world is just being built. We are also going to be seeing where it is that we have to get grounded. We have to get stabilized. We got to get our minds right in order to figure out what we want to build and create what we need to bring to life in this new year. We follow that particular event change, energy change up with the last quarter moon popping off, this time in Libra energy, which is going to be a very interesting dynamic because it's going to have a major impact on relationship dynamics. Ending, closing, changing, transforming in order to give us more time, more energy, more space to be ourselves. The end of the month, the 29th, Chiron, the wounded healer, going direct in Aries energy. This is going to give us a new mood, especially where the warrior mood and attitude are concerned. And it's taking place under the influence of the second new moon of the month, this one on the 30th, which happens to be the new moon in Capricorn energy. So this is going to be heavy and weighted because it's helping us to defrag from the weight that we've carried throughout 2024. It's here to trigger and activate us for the emotional and mental release that is needed in order for us to get our minds right, focused in on what we need to build and create in the new year. And so the new moon in Capricorn is not messing around. It has us very futuristically focused, and it has us focused on what in our materialistic realm needs to stay, needs to go, what needs to be strengthened, what needs to be built upon in order to set us up for futuristic success. And of course, we have a lot of energy coming at us here in 2025. Stay tuned. There is going to be a whole 2025 overview. There's also going to be a little bit of a mini course to be able to map out what 2025 is actually going to mean for you. That's coming at you here towards the end of the month. And of course, this is a busy season where holidays and social scenes are concerned. So when I say to you that this December kind of supports more of a quiet time, a quiet setting, more of a reflective type of energy, you may not want to commit to all of those holiday parties. Nonetheless, I thank you so much for tuning in. I send you so much love. Let's break each and every single one of these energy shifts down one by one. Again, please download your December energy guide to stay in alignment, to follow along with all of the energy shifts coming at us in the month of December.